There's no better time to find these tremendous Mazda savings than right now at Team Mazda. Get 0% financing on any new Mazda CX-5, Mazda CX-30, Mazda CX-50, or the Mazda CX-90. Find out just how much you can save at Team Mazda on Airline.
Good morning. Coming up on 7:03 here on a Wednesday.
We would absolutely compromise the TV station's license if we talked about what we talk about in the break.
What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
The show happens.
What are you talking about? We're
by the way.
We're nothing but G-rated.
We are. Very appropriate. Very appropriate. Yes. So we like to share some of those stories, the ones that are really PG. PG-40. Okay. Yeah.
PG-40?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
It is now.
It
Make
is
it a
on our
rating.
show.
UB40 is a thing.
UB40.
That was a great group.
Look at that.
Red wine.
Very good.
Absolutely. I love red wine. I mean, the drink and the song.
Yeah, they have a good song, Red Wine. You gotta love that.
Red wine.
And by the way, if there was a PG-40, the three of us would be cool. This one over
I
here
would
will
not be
not
allowed.
be. Yeah, you would
But
be
you can
allowed.
come in
be.
with us, right?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
sure,
Wow, like
adult.
parents and guardians?
You need adult supervision.
You're grandfathered in.
Wow.
Did you just call me a... Well,
He put you
actually,
there. He
yes,
put you
did.
there.
I'm pretty
So,
close.
yesterday.
I was a mess.
Boy.
My dad got locked up in that. We had an appointment
Yeah.
at like noon. I was helping him out with something. And I'm like, hey.
And you've had time in big cities. You've had time in
Oh,
big cities. You and I were
forget
talking about our time in Houston.
Yeah. Stupid.
Nobody does traffic like Baton Rouge.
No.
We're this big compared to these cities that move well.
What
What'd you
does that
say?
tell you?
What'd you say earlier this morning? Couldn't get to Baton Rouge from Baton Rouge
I was
yesterday?
one of the teachers. Yeah, I was so frustrated yesterday. Tico Fox and I were both doing team traffic in 4 and 5, and it was like, I don't really know what to do in traffic because nothing's moving.
Yeah.
And we can't alternate route you because the alternate routes, we had Essen, Bluebonnet, Jefferson Highway, Corporate, College, Lee, Stanford, Perkins, stopped.
Yeah.
I've never seen that much red on that map since I've worked with that equipment.
Not
I was
only
seeing
that.
red. Yeah, I got caught on the Atchafalaya Basin Bridge. And what you love about that is you really can't go anywhere. You know, like if you have a pickup truck, sometimes you drive across the grass. So that's it. I'm turning around. Everybody's done it. On the bridge, you can't do it.
You're
Wouldn't
stuck.
suggest trying that.
Yeah, no. You can grab your fishing pole and just go
unfortunately,
over
you
the
had
side.
already, because if you're in Rama, you can take
You can break off there.
Highway 3000 or
Right.
whatever and go up to 190. But once you get on the elevated portion, I don't know why they
that's
don't.
it.
We've talked about this before. They don't take
little
those
cuts.
cut
Yeah.
crosses. And
That takes a minute. We get it, understand those
Sure.
K things or whatever they call them, those K rail. What do they call them?
The
Those
cables? Yeah, the cable chain. Or,
well, the
well,
concrete
the
barriers
concrete, they
at
call them
the
like
cut
cable rails or
crosses,
something.
that they need
You
to
gotta
have
move
those
that, but-
electronically able to fold in or something.
Oh, that's a great idea. I love that.
not-
Or we can just all, everybody can get out of their car and be like, all right, 1, 2, 3, lift.
I don't. You know what? I think with enough aggression and the anger
could
that's
do
on
it.
that road,
We could do it.
Yeah.
you can absolutely move that concrete. But,
It's just
yeah,
nuts.
it's a mess.
And
I
this
know.
construction project is adding to it. Yesterday, of course, we had an issue on top of the bridge, 2 lanes blocked,
Yeah.
middle of rush hour. You still had the issue yesterday afternoon from the 18-wheeler fire from yesterday morning
Right.
on I-12 going out toward Denham. It's just, you can't get there from here.
No,
So I
even
got
more
on the TV set
reason.
yesterday and I looked right in the camera and said, guys, you can't get to Baton Rouge from Baton Rouge.
It's
Sorry.
true, though, and that's why you need to practice patience. You just never know what's happening in the traffic world or why, because everyone is stuck in the same situation.
Yeah.
So trying to cut in front of people, trying to get around it,
doesn't work.
it's not, because
No, it
you're going to
doesn't
end up
work.
stuck and you have to wait just like everybody
just-
else.
That deep breath, which is tough, but that's what
Correct.
you expect in a town of 5 million
Correct.
people. 5 million?
Something like that.
Sometimes it feels like it as you're all sitting and waiting in traffic.
Well, when you think about our infrastructure, we kind of outgrew it before Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
way
overnight,
before. Yeah.
an increase in population,
Way before.
permanent increase in population.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling Garrett Graves about last year, I said, we'll never catch up.
Well,
Yeah.
the infrastructure. Here's the thing: infrastructure built. I used to make fun of the fact, like I'd go back to my wife's home up in like Wyoming, that kind of thing, and they have just roads to nowhere in these towns, and I'm like, it's silly. No, they build the infrastructure first, and then the neighborhoods come in. They figure
Plan
out
ahead.
how to do this. That's not how we do things down here. The city is much older than way up there, and so we are trying to do things backwards, and it's always Band-Aid solutions, and we run out of room. If you're trying to redo an interstate in downtown, how much would you have to demolish
Right.
to actually get the infrastructure right now? So there are things that we just simply can't do now because of the way that the city has been, has grown. But my gosh, trying to
But what
fix it.
bothers me is I covered a city council meeting when I was at WJBO in 1980.
You're right. They were talking
and
about
they
things
had
like
a
this.
loop proposed then, and according to
1980.
1980, we'd be driving on it today.
Correct.
Nobody wants to do it.
No.
Nobody wants to pay for
Money,
it. Let's kick
right.
it down the road.
Right.
We don't want to deal with the
This
issues.
doesn't make you want to tune into 9 News Now.
Right, right.
Nothing will.
Well, I'll
9
tell
News,
you
9 News
what.
Gripe Fest.
Yeah, well, essentially. And I tell you what, there is some good news here. So while Baton Rouge was locked up
Bring us
yesterday,
back in, yes.
I was stuck at a OMV office trying to get a license here. There was no AC in that office. Bless you, the workers there at Perkins. We were all waiting there for hours in the heat. But that heat is slowly going to dissipate. We're welcoming those fall temperatures eventually.
Why no AC?
Right?
The AC was broken?
Yes, since Friday. So everyone in there was waiting and waiting. Thankfully, only an hour. I got in and out, thankfully, but some people were waiting. Everyone was sweating. It was hot in there, unbearably hot.
Bless your heart, bless their hearts.
I know,
and it was
all the
really,
workers,
it was in the
they were so
mid-90s
good.
too.
Yes.
Okay, how about this? This is something that'll calm us down. A very beautiful shot overlooking Falls River. On Our Lady of the Lake Skyline, really pretty out there. Actually, it's not going to be a very pretty day. This is going to be our last and best chance of rain going forward in the 10-day forecast. So yeah, it was all the way up to 93 yesterday. It was 95 the day before that. And this is where we should be in the upper 80s, but not to worry. We're actually going to transition to a lot of days with highs in the 80s. So that's good looking. We just need to get the cold front through here. Yes, I said cold front, and it looks like it's going to move through late today into tonight. And you see that big drop off in the dew points. So you know if those numbers are going to drop off, these numbers will also drop off. So one more day with humidity today, and then we really start to see these numbers go back down towards the 80s. This is the front, and it looks like the front gets through here, I would say early evening hours, and then it pushes. That's all the tropical moisture, of course, that's associated with Helene moving towards Florida. I'm going to give you an update on that in just a second. We don't see that much on our radar, but it just creeps into the northern part of our screen, and there is the front. That's the cold front, and you can see a couple of lively thunderstorms there. We actually do have a marginal risk. I'm going to show you that in 1 second. Here's Tropical Storm Helene. By the way, we just got the update at 7 a.m. It is really, really knocking on the door of becoming a hurricane. Winds at 70 miles per hour. That's a very strong tropical storm. On the next update, I can pretty much guarantee you that it is going to be a Category 1. Here's what's new. To me, it looks like, and this is just my opinion, it looks like there was a shift in the track. Before, it was a little bit more to the east, a little bit more to Big Bend. Now it looks like it slightly moved back over to the west, a little bit closer to the Panhandle. But there you see, expected to be a Category 3, and at that point, it'll have winds, maximum sustained winds at around 120 miles per hour. Obviously, that's big stuff right there. Let's see what the graph model. See, the graph model still wants to put it right around Horseshoe Beach and Perry, Florida. But again, the official track is a little bit more towards the north and west. Two other waves out there. Both of these waves, or I should say neither one of these waves, look like they're a threat to the Gulf. So that's good news. Let's talk about our local forecast for today. It looks relatively quiet in the morning. It's not a guarantee that everybody gets wet, but we could see a couple of lively thunderstorms later on today. And then here comes the front. Now the model says that a lot of that stronger stuff is going to break apart before getting to Baton Rouge. That would be okay. And then you see temperatures start to go down and highs over the next few days only in the 80s. As I mentioned before, there is actually a level 1 marginal risk for strong to severe thunderstorms later today. The primary risk would be winds, but I don't think we have to worry about that. The rain, that's going to be manageable. The rain over in Florida, that might not be manageable. Matter of fact, not just Florida, but Georgia. That actually showing Atlanta, GA, getting quite a bit of rain. Could be a couple of light areas of fog, otherwise 74 for the morning, 90 degrees in the afternoon, and a 40% chance. So you may want to pack the rain gear with you to be on the safe side. Then for this evening, overnight low, we start cooling down right behind the front, down to 69 degrees. And then let's talk about that all-important 10-day forecast for you. I'm running out of time here. Let me skip right to it. There you see today, after today, look at that. There are no other rain chances in the 10-day, and temperatures are looking a lot better. 7-Eleven, Johnny A., how's that situation right there?
Just cleared the accident on Airline Highway at Blue Bonnet. Traffic moving back to normal there, and we're still seeing backups. Huge. That's Denham Springs to Baton Rouge there on 12. We'll get to that in a little while. But right now, we're still seeing huge backups from before Prairieville all the way to the Highway 30 exit in the Gonzales area. State police tell me they've been working since about 6 o'clock this morning. An incident off of the interstate on Highway 30 near I-10, and that has created I-10 eastbound backups getting off of the interstate. That's Prairieville, guys. Highway 30 and Highway 73's Prairieville area. That's I-10 going toward Gonzales in Prairieville. So that's an ugly mess there. Matt and Liz is going to be right back in just a second. Give you a quick update on one or two items that we might have missed this morning, that you might have missed. We covered them on WAFB 9 News Now. We'll be right back.